Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews, and this is going to be my review for Bling Empire Season 1, Episode 2. This is a Netflix reality series. So the whole season is available on Netflix. Last time we left off, it was the battle of who is that bitch had just begun, with Christine showing up with an exclusive necklace that she and Anna own, and Anna being like, bitch, I don't do this, you can get on, and then seated her at the end of the table away from everyone else. So I am excited to jump into episode 2 and see what happens next. Let's go.
Baby, this Mexican standoff right at the top of the episode. So first there was the little club scene with Kim and Kane and Kevin and Kelly, and there's too many K names in this freaking show. And so Kevin is perpetually pushing up on Kelly, and she's like, no, but maybe, but no. But then we get to this. So Christine invited Anna over to her house. She said, let's have some intimate chatter. Let's have a little talk. And she wants to say, and Anna's like, I think she invited me so she can apologize for acting the ass about that necklace. And Christine wants to know why she seated her at the end of the table. First of all, Anna was annoyed from jump. She get there, and the girl starts questioning her about her jacket. She's like, oh, is it Dior? Ready to wear? And Anna's like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck does it matter what I got on? And she's like, yes, it's Dior. Yes, it's ready to wear. Christine doesn't understand that Anna doesn't give a fuck about any of the status symbol shit. She's been doing this for a minute. She don't give a fuck about any of these status symbols, about the right the clothing, the jewelry, the who made this, and I'm wearing this by who. So she was like, oh, I was just trying to figure out. She says, I noticed that you seated me at the end of the table. And it was really like, how dare you, me, who was seated at the left hand of Prince Charles at Buckingham Palace. Anna said, oh, you can hear that I don't give a fuck in Anna's eye roll. Anna was like, I seated you next to my best friend. She was like, I really seated her away from everybody so she wouldn't annoy anyone. So Anna is so old. She's like, why do you want to compete with me? Like, Anna is not here for the bullshit. And Christine really thinks there's a competition going on. No, baby, it's not. If you don't go sit down somewhere, I know better. So Anna is the kind of friend that I need in my life. So first of all, she invites Kevin over because she wants Kevin and Kelly to go out on a date because she hates Andrew. We all hate Andrew because he's an abusive dickhead. But she invites Kevin over. She's like, I think he's cute. He just doesn't have any fashion style. So she has Dior come over, bring over a whole bunch of clothes. And then he's looking at the price. He's like, do you know this shirt is $2,000? And she was like, don't worry about it. Anything you want, I'll buy. I say, excuse me. Bitch, what? You want to buy me some Christian Dior outfits? Plural? Okay, all right. That's what I need in my life. I need an Anna. But Anna says she doesn't want to judge Kelly, but Andrew, she would love to judge. She's my spirit animal. I love her. So we were at Christine's house, and Baby G was getting a swimming lesson. Baby G is adorable. I want to say that in the first episode, I could have sworn Baby G had a helmet on. I don't know if he's special needs or developmentally delayed or anything. I don't know. But he's the adorable little baby. And so Dr. Chu is asking Christine, he's like, we need a sibling for him. And she was like, listen, I just got out of the doghouse. I don't know about having another baby. And she talks about how they tried desperately for 10 years for her to get pregnant. Because when they got married, the family was like, this is a dynastic family and you need to have a male heir to carry on the family name. And they were making her sit at the kids' table and wash all of the dishes at the holiday because she wasn't pulling her weight by giving a male heir. What type of rude, misogynistic, patriarchal bullshit was that? But she said she didn't finally get genuine acceptance from his family until she had baby G. And now her husband wants a sibling. She said, well, her final answer was, let me think about it. It's not like you're doing that much. Y'all got nannies and shit and au pairs and all that for the baby. So we will see.
They just got out of the dog.
Okay. That's crazy. So Dr. Chu and Christine go to the Clint. Chu got very emotional, and he was like, "You know, I almost lost you." He's like, "You are our family. If there was, you, there would be no family." He was like, "I was at the point where I had to choose between having you or having our baby." And he said, you getting pregnant again is not an option. It's not even a consideration for us. And then the doctor talk about surrogacy, and that is a real option. And she says, I don't know that I can do surrogacy because I don't want to bring shame onto his parents or have his parents look at me like I'm lacking because we can't have another baby. I can't physically have another baby. And child, like, that's crazy that you can't even consider having a surrogate, even though you have the money, you have the embryos, and because they so traditional that they won't understand that they would rather have you risk your life to try and bring another child into this world rather than do it safely. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. But I guess.
As if Kelly's abandoning you.
Pause. Okay, so I just really, because it's a good thing that they are both, Kelly and Andrew are having a counseling session because clearly they both see that it's an issue. And so they're talking about the thing in Paris. And Kelly said she reached out to her mother when this was going on to try and get some help with trying to calm him down. And his own mother says, I cannot do this. I can't be a part of his emotional and violent outbreaks. I just can't do it. If you have broken the bond so far down with your own mother that she can, even when you're in distress, she cannot help you. That's huge. Now, I don't know if his mama ain't shit to begin with, but that's huge. Before we get to Christine and Dr. Chu. So Kevin, Andrew, and Kane are having lunch. They're having a conversation about Anna buying Kevin all those clothes, and Kane says, be careful because sometimes that's how they test people. I guess in the friend circle, I guess, I don't know. And then Andrew proves that he's a complete and total ass, an idiot, an imbecile, a nincompoop. And they start questioning him about his relationship, and he is blathering on, and the shit don't make sense. So there's that. Okay. Pause. So I watched it. It was a super cute. Dr. Chu said that he has to get his parents' blessing to get a surrogate so they can have a sibling for baby G. And so he says, I think I have something that'll work. So he took a video of him talking with baby G, talking about baby G is so sad because he doesn't have his siblings. And you think grandma and grandpa should care. But we want mommy to be okay because we almost lost her having you. And as it was pretty much adorable. And so now Christine is doing a photo shoot for baby G. I think it's for a magazine of some sort, and she's going to use the pictures for his preschool package to get him into a fancy preschool. And I guess because Kevin's a model, he's coming to help, I guess. I don't know. See, now I don't even see any shred of decency and niceness I have for this broad. She just puts a knife in it and stabs it to death. So she said she's telling him about the surrogacy and how that's how they made baby G, and in order for her to not have another baby, they would have to do surrogacy. And he was like, she was like, why don't, she was like, I just don't want to do any additional babies. And he was like, why don't you just tell your husband? He seems like a reasonable man. If you tell him you don't want to have another baby, then I'm sure he'll be fine with it. And she was like, well, that doesn't even matter because we sent off to have approval from his parents and they're never going to approve. So no additional babies. I win. We circumvent. And she doesn't never have to tell her husband she doesn't actually want to have a baby. But I have a feeling this is going to bite her in the ass and the parents are going to say, cool. And then now that was absolutely adorable. That was adorable. So Kevin comes to Anna's house unannounced. And she was like, why are you here? He's like, can I come in? She's like, no. Would you, I don't know, just show up at my house? And he was like, I came to give you the shoes and stuff back. He's like, I didn't know if it was a test. He's like, I don't know if it's the Japanese culture. She's like, I gave you this as a friend. It was a gift from my heart. It's rude in any culture to give a gift back. She was like, I'm not impressed by things. If I'm a friend and I give you a gift, it doesn't matter if it's $1 or $100,000. It's something that I wanted you to have. And he was like, okay. Because you could tell he was very genuine and he didn't want to be offensive for taking these high priced items from her. And she's like, I'm not impressed by things. And it was so super cute and so genuine. Regardless of if your friend has $1,000 or $1 billion, genuine friendships, there's give and take in genuine friendship. Take off your shoes. And then she was like, take off and put these Dior shoes back on. And he was like, oh really? And she was like, yes. And he was like, and she was like, next time I'll just take you to the Dior store. And he was like, what? I would love that. And she was like, great. And they hugged and he got on his skateboard and skateboarded away. And he was like, oh my God, I get to keep the shoe. It was so cute. It's so cute and so genuine. And when you have a friend that is doing better than you and they're a genuine friend, sometimes that friend will want to do things with you. And like, I like that now. Like if I want to go eat and I call my best friend and I say, come, I'm hungry, let's go eat. He's like, I don't have any money. I didn't ask you that. I said, let's go eat. If it's a genuine friendship, that's just the type of give and take, regardless if you're having
Need your help?
So Sherry and Jesse, Kevin and Kane went to Sherry and Jesse's house. Sherry and Jesse have one kid and one on the way. They are not married. Sherry at one point was going to be a pop star over in Japan, Tokyo. I can't remember what they said. And her mother was very strict and she was like, no, she wanted her to be a doctor or a lawyer and she didn't want her to do music. So Sherry ended up taking care of her mom. Her mom passed away not too long ago. And at that point, she's just been doing the best that she can to cope with her mother's passing. Kevin and Kane did a beautiful last prayer with her. And now we are at Christine's house. I think Sherry and Jesse are having a dinner.
Continue.
So Christine is getting ready for this party and Dr. Chu comes in and they talk about, I guess, what time they have to get ready and leave and stuff. And he says, I heard back from my parents about the surrogacy. And she was like, oh yeah, what'd they say? And she just knew they were going to say no. And he's like, no, my parents was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. She's like, okay, I need some liquor. I told y'all the parents was going to be fine. Episode. See, that's that damn Netflix for you. Want to fly right into the next episode, but let's get to my
Another great episode. At the end, we had rumblings of an issue because Dr. Chi really wants a sibling for baby G, and his wife really doesn't, and she doesn't have a valid reason, just she don't want it. So he was like, you're not the only one who has a voice in this, you're not the only one who gets a vote in this, and my vote is opposite of yours. And he threw his table napkin down and walked away. And she was sitting in the chair with the producers at the end, and he was like, well, has to be a lot more to this story. And she was like, yeah, there's a lot more. And so we left on a cliffhanger. Tune in tomorrow where we figure out what the fuck is going on, hopefully in this next episode. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a kid. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.